Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you how I made the sickle from Resident Evil Village. It is Lady Dimitrescu's daughter. Specifically, I cosplay as Daniela, and this is how I made the sickle. It works for any of the daughters, so let's jump right into it. So to do this, I did the sickle in two pieces. We're starting with the handle, and I am tracing the template. This is not my own template. I purchased it on Etsy. It was a really good template, actually. So I traced the handle piece twice on 8mm EVA foam, and then I'm gonna cut it out with the box cutter because it's really freaking thick foam, and the X-Acto is gonna get me nowhere. So we are cutting it out. It is incredibly thick and a giant pain at the skinny parts because I'm trying to not mess up the edges because they're more rounded at that I don't even know how to explain it. You know what I'm talking about though. You understand the rounded parts. It's hard. It was very hard. So now they are cut. You can see how nice they look together, stacked. They're going to make a nice thick handle for this sickle. So I'm taking my contact cement and we are slathering that bad boy on both sides with some contact cement, waiting for it to dry a little bit. If you're looking to get contact cement, you can get it on my kit in the link in the comments or in the description, or go to the hardware store. And once it dries, then we're going to stick them together and just squeeze them together. Now, like I said, we're doing this in two parts, so now we have the actual, blade of the sickle, and I am tracing that template. Again, it's the same part, or it's a part from the same template that I got on Etsy. And I'm tracing it twice, English is hard, onto 10mm EVA foam. And again, we will be cutting it with the box cutter, and we're doing this twice. This was actually relatively easier to cut with the box cutter since it was pretty smooth, they're curved lines, but it was still pretty smooth sliding on through. It's a little hard to see just because I only have so much desk space to work with, and it's a long roll of foam and it's a very long prop. She's just a thick boy. That's the only struggle of cutting 10mm foam. She's thick. Now I have both pieces cut out, and we're going to do similar to the handle. We're going to glue them together. So we take in that contact cement and we're applying it to both sides, waiting for it to dry, and then squeezing them together. I had to kind of work my way up to make sure it's all secure, because my hands can't, I got little hands. They can't hold that whole thing at once. No bad jokes, please. Now to start with the handle and give it a bit more shape, before I start with the Dremel, I kind of cut at a 45-degree angle down the corner edges to kind of help smooth that out, so it'll be a lot easier when I go back with the Dremel on it. And I am just using the box cutter for it. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the sickle blade, but I'm drawing some guidelines for where the center kind of tip of it's going to be, so it's going to angle from those lines at a 45-degree angle. I'm basically just going down the entire blade, so it's nice and slanty like a normal sickle blade, you know? And you could technically just do this with the Dremel. It's just going to take you a million years then, so it helps speed it up if you cut it a little bit and shave it down. I'm also not worried about the cuts being perfectly smooth, because again, I'm going back over this with the Dremel. We're going to smooth that bad boy out later. Now, I do take this and I Dremel it, and I realize I'm not that happy with the angle. I could have gone a little sharper on the angle, so I'm actually going to come back after the Dremel, and we're going to cut again to help shave it back a little bit, so I could do another round with the Dremel so it's the appropriate size and shape later on. So here I am touching up those cuts, cutting it a little bit more before I take it back. It's actually a really funny story where I did the Dremel portion. I'll come back to that. Before I go back to Dremeling it, I actually take a sanding sponge and just smooth out the cuts a little bit. I wasn't really feeling like getting out the Dremel in the moment, so I wanted to smooth it out a little bit to make sure I had cut enough before I whip out the Dremel and do it all over again, only to realize I'm still not happy with the cuts. I don't recommend doing this, but I actually use my Dremel in the bathtub currently. No, there's obviously no running water in it. I just put a drop cloth over myself while I sit in it, and I Dremel my stuff, and then I'm able to just rinse all the foam down afterwards. That is left. Most of it goes into the drop cloth that I'm under. It's complicated. Let's just forget I even said that. Next segment. As you can see, we are primed with our Plasti Dip. I sprayed that outside, and then I am painting with like a nice metallic-y gray acrylic paint, and I'm using this super cute little 3-inch roller, paint roller. I love it. I got it at Home Depot. It's my favorite thing to paint big things if I'm not spray painting or airbrushing. And I just start with the handle with that base color. I'm not too worried about how the color looks on the handle, at least on the big chunk, just at the ends of it, because it's going to be covered in leather later on. Now I'm taking this very pale metallic silver to give some metal effects. I'm going to splash it in a few spots, as well as a nickel color as well, just to give it some depth, and you know, so it looks like metal, and that way when you're adjusting in the lighting it looks right. Alright, now for the sickle portion, that is also primed and ready to go, and we are basically doing the same thing. We're taking that 3-inch little paint roller, except this time I'm going to use it the whole time for the base dark gray brushed metal metallic-y color to start it out. I think I only needed like 2 coats of this. Maybe I only needed 2, or maybe it was 1. I don't really remember. It's really hard to keep track at this point. And it is folk art acrylic paint because I'm really obsessed with folk art right now. And then between coats, and before I started doing the little accenting, I decided to hot glue, since my handle is now all sealed, I hot glued the leather strips to the handle. It doesn't have to be real leather or anything. I just got whatever leather strips from the fabric store, Joann Fabrics to be exact. And I just kind of started adding glue to the strip and would start wrapping and then keep going as I would, using a Surebonder glue gun here. It's a hot and cold one, of course, because I hate hot glue. And I can turn it to cold mode so it stops burning me. I don't know how to explain it. It's science I don't get. But we're adding the leather strips for a majority of the handle, not all of it. You want to leave some of that top poking out and a majority of that bottom where the hilt or whatever comes out. I don't know how to explain it. Don't ask me. I'm not a weaponsmith person or whatever. I just make them. Now, just like we did with the handle, though, we're taking that nickel colored metallic folk art acrylic paint, and then we're also going to take that pale brushed silver and adding some effects on the sickle itself. I'm using the nickel along that middle where I had that guideline where I was cutting. I'm applying it all around there in like a line, and then the pale silver is going along the inside like sharp corner blade and on the outside as well, so the outside edges. And then after that, I'm going to seal it with some Liquitex, the satin varnish, since it's water-based and you can spray that on foam without destroying it. I really like that Liquitex sealing. And then remember, if you want to find any of the tools or products I'm using, there's a link in the description for a Kitco where I keep all of the tools I use and materials to make my cosplays, as well as some of the costumes and wigs that I use. So now I'm actually going to take hot glue, and this is like the one spot where I wish I would have done something different. I wish I had contact cemented the handle and the sickle blade together before I primed them, actually. Just because you really can't use contact cement once it's been painted or primed. It won't hold right. So I'm hot gluing the sickle and the handle together so it's finally finished and you can see how it looks. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this craft that I made for a cosplay, please go ahead and make sure to check out the full cosplay I'll put together on Fanhouse or TikTok. And if you want to see more, make sure to hit subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want to see me make next. And thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, bye.